Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day. XRP is at around 36 cents, guys, at this point in time. It seems like these cryptocurrencies are pumping a little bit. Perhaps it's because what's happening with the banks and whatnot, with the bank situation, guys. And today we're going to be talking about it, so prepare. Now, but expert for today's financial advisors value only from Willchart. 50,000 Bitcoin worth $1.2 billion have been deposited to known crypto exchange wallets in the last 96 hours, right? So are they about to dump, guys? What's going to happen? Then stablecoins hint at potential market crash as whales pull $4 billion from Binance and other exchanges. Now we know people are fleeing from these stablecoins and whatnot, guys, but nice, creating max panic right before we skyrocket. Exactly. Which one will it be, guys? Well, are they trying to front run an event that they possibly know that's incoming, or are they trying to create panic so people miss out, right, on the bigger picture and whatnot? So let's prepare for any type of scenario, guys. Quick honorable mention, guys, from Cryptomaniac. Printed Tether. They printed a billion USDT minted at Tether Treasury. This was on March 14th. Pump incoming. Let's wait and see. So today we're going to mix up the news, the riddles, and then tie it all together. So pay very close attention because America just confirmed the riddlers, right? Mr. Pool and whatnot. Pay attention. Now, guys, there's another fun part of XRP and the XRP community. Now, this is called quite interesting. From Cryptomaniac, this one might be interesting, right? From Ripple, if you thought these riddlers or these riddles are fake, guys, are they truly? Check this out. From Ripple, we are excited to attend and sponsor one of the top global blockchain events. We will see you at the Carousel de Louvre for Paris Block Week on March 24th or 20 to the 24th, guys, 2023, right? And then, of course, what do you see right here? Carousel, right? That's something to say the least. As you guys can see right there from BG123. And then BG post shows the carousel next to the calendar. Paris synonymous with the street carousel. As a bonus, Banque de France HQ is walking distance from that location right there, right? Wow. That's fascinating, guys. Interesting. That's so crazy if you think about it, right? March 20th to the 24th, again, right on spring, guys, right? The pivot, perhaps. We go down here. It seems like everyone will be attending, guys. Look at this. From Ripple, right? Monica Long, and a few others as well from Ripple right here. So is this going to be an important event here shortly? So is this going to be an important event, guys? Looks like it. As you guys can see, they're sponsors, guys, right? So let's pay attention, to say the least. If anything, most likely news, some type of news will probably be announced and whatnot. Then if you go to this way right here, happy upcoming carousel day. Happy carousel day, right? Interesting. There you guys go. So could that just be a coincidence or what, guys? You let me know. Now here it is, guys. This is where things start to get spicy. Let's check this out. This just makes me smile, right? So from Fojack, Mr. Pool, new like. Remember, this was on March 13th, okay? 3 days ago. And look what took place today, guys. We're going to be talking about it. Prepare. From TikTok, Michael already deleted Mr. Pool confirmed, right? So Mr. Pool liked this tweet from TikTok, and then he was replying to this tweet. This crisis could resolve very quickly. I am not seeing true danger here. I'm pretty sure he was talking about the banking or the bank runs and whatnot, guys, right? All that stuff. And he's talking about, or he was, this crisis could resolve very quickly, right? He's not seeing a lot of danger here. So he's basically not calling for the big one to hit now. So, but why? Remember, this was tweeted or liked 3 days ago, okay? Today, this just came out. Prepare, guys, because it seems like my timeline, the master timeline got confirmed, folks. It seems like they're not going to let the collapse take place. Instead, possibly delay it. Check this out from Watch Your Guru. Justin, $2 trillion could be injected into the U.S. banking system by the Federal Reserve's emergency loan program. JP Morgan says, oh, you don't say, guys, right? First of all, they're stating this is not a bailout, but it literally is, guys, right? They changed it from a bailout to what, guys? Emergency loan program, by the way. That's the craziest thing ever. Number 2, how the hell do they have $2 trillion, or where the hell did they get it from? They have to print it, guys, right? Exactly, where from? The min function of their contract. I mean, they have to print it, and not to mention, when they inject all this money, do you think it's gonna help the inflation issue, guys? Duh, it's not. What did we talk about, guys? It seems like the master timeline, right? And what we have been talking about all this time and stating has been right and right and right again. Not to mention, Mr. Poole literally 3 days ago liked that tweet, right? So even he knew perhaps wait a moment, whoa. We cracked the code, folks. It's because Mr. Poole at one time tweeted out, beware of early warning systems will fail. Exactly. There you guys go. Early warning systems will fail, which is what the banking situation that's taking place right now, right? This crisis and whatnot. But these are just the early warnings, sirens, guys. The big one is still on the horizon. So let's go down here and read this out. Today we have a lot to talk about, guys. The U.S. banking sector is facing massive financial repercussions as the collapse of major banks like Silicon Valley has disrupted the industry, right? Then, through this, the current liquidity issues might be resolved for now. No true quote-unquote danger. I mean, this whole thing is a danger, guys, right? This is why they're injecting $2 trillion, by the way. But remember, these are early warning systems, right? Or sirens. Then, the usage of the Fed's bank team funding program is likely to be big. Guys, they're literally injecting trillions of dollars, right? If not more. They're going to be pulling out more. And by the way, this is just more of what, guys? More quote-unquote drug, right? The system is on the craziest drug, guys, right? And they're injecting it more and more and more and more with that same thing, but in bigger doses, which means it's the analogy of what, guys? Printing a lot of money, right? And injecting it with liquidity into the financial system or to the banking system, guys, right? It's going to get worse from here, guys, right? Remember, this collapse, this imminence, is going to be worse than the 1929 depression, right? It's going to be worse than. Why? Because this time we're actually transitioning into a new system, right? A new financial system. I don't think it was done back then, guys, but this time it will be. So it has to be worse, right? So basically, then we go here from Yahoo News. Treasury Secretary Yellen seeks to soothe markets and depositors, saying U.S. banking system remains quote-unquote sound. Guys, what? She's coming out and stating the U.S. banking system remains sound. How? Right? You can't make this stuff up, folks. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said Americans should remain confident in the stability of the banking system. Remember, this is exactly what's going to happen before the damn collapse takes place. You guys have to remember, folks, that they're going to state one thing, but the other thing is happening, right? They're not going to tell you there's a collapse incoming, guys. Why would they? What? But clarified that regulators' decision to backstop all deposits at the two lenders that failed over the past week was an exception to the norm. Look at that, guys, an exception to the norm, right? Because they got bailed out and whatnot. They had to, or else it would have had a domino effect into other banks, right? It already did, actually. And don't forget, we're about to talk about these other banks possibly on the verge of collapse as well. So many things are happening. What's really happening, guys? Right? Yellen said authorities invoked the systemic risk exception to backstop all funds, right? And then including those that exceeded the FDIC standard $250,000 limit. Wow. Remember, she's stating that, don't worry, folks, the banking system, it's all good, right? You should have confidence in the system. But at the same time, how does that make sense when they're injecting $2 trillion right here, guys, right? Did anyone ask that question to her? Most likely not. I didn't watch it though, but most likely not. Then we go right here. Michael Burry tweeted this out yesterday. In October 1907, this trust right here failed due to risky bets, sparking a panic. Two others soon failed, and it spread. When a run began on a healthy trust. JP Morgan made a stand. 3 weeks later, the panic resolved and markets bottomed. A stand was made this past weekend. And is he suggesting that markets possibly bottomed out and we're going to go up from here, like we stated in the timeline, guys, right? Strange times we are living in when Michael Burry's trying over and over to calm people down and prevent any sort of contagion. This is what this channel believes, folks. We're going to pump like no tomorrow. Look how much they're injecting, guys, and not to mention they're going to be doing it more and more and more, right? It's going to be the biggest monster we have, the system, the current financial system has ever seen to date. At that point in time, when it's so big and everyone's screaming, we're going to go higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Stocks, cryptos, housing bubble, or the market, all these other markets will just go up and up and up. And everyone at this point is in a euphoric state. The rug will be the damn rug will be pulled out of underneath everyone when everyone is asleep, folks. I wouldn't want that to happen when I'm asleep, right? Because then you can't cash out, you can't flee, and there's definitely going to be issues at this. Remember, if everyone cashes out at the same time, are we going to be the last or the first, guys? Now, we do have a lot more bank news and whatnot, guys, but we're going to skip through that and talk about it possibly in the next video today, because we have a few riddles we have to talk about as well, right? Some decodes and whatnot. But before we do, markets quickly recover as investors realize that every bank in crisis gets bailout within a few hours, and this is why the stock market is pumping, guys, right? Because they're getting bailed out and whatnot. But will they let the people, all these people or all these banks collapse, guys? Because remember, from Rebuild Coach, some well-timed reminders for me today. Watch April, May, June, July. So it will begin in Europe, guys. As you guys can see, watch closely. April, May, June, July. Watch closely. Again, these are the 4 months. If March is this bad, guys, imagine April, May, June, July. Oh my. Right? 589 occurs, which is the reset. Whoa. That's so fascinating. Ragnarok is destruction, right? Or the flame engulfing itself. Again, insolvent banks everywhere, guys, right? What is required? Ripple comes into play, perhaps, or XRP does. We'll have to wait and see, folks, because things are getting really hectic here. Now, aside from all the bank talk, here's something to pay attention towards tomorrow, which is this right here, guys. St. Patrick's Day, possibly, right, from Mr. Intuitive. Again, what could it be? BG123. What do we have here, guys, right? A lot of these connections. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And then all this, the pot of gold as well, right? Right here. That's fascinating. Then we go right here. The ultimate answer is priceless due to the fact that you get 3 free wishes if you acquire the glorious gold of the lucky leprechaun. Wow. However, let us assume you're quite nuts and refuse to give back the pot of gold for the wishes. Instead, you cash it in like a complete fool. A leprechaun's pot of gold generally contains 1,001 ounce pure gold coins, right? Which is about $1.8 million worth in today's market. That's so fascinating, guys. You know what's even more weirder? Check this out, though. March 17 is the 76th day of the year, which equals to 1776, guys. Hope tomorrow is the flip of the switch for XRP. You can ring my bell, right? 1776. Wait a moment, this is crazy, this is weird, this is strange, right? A lot of bell talk recently. Wow, Merry Christmas as well, right? Wait a moment, that's so weird, because if the new year is on spring equinox, doesn't that mean we just had Christmas? So there's a lot of fascinating connections, guys. What may take place tomorrow? This is why we must pay attention, right? Not to mention 317 is the 17th anniversary for V for Vendetta, right? What are the chances as well for that as well, guys, right? 17 is 1 plus 7 is 8, right? Mr. Pool. Then from Fifi, days. Work with Ripple and use XRP, or work with R3 and use XRP. Swift has to make the choice, guys, and it's the same conclusion at the end of the day, right? We win, basically. Tip for today's video comes from Baba Cook's absolutely insane. We have investment influencers telling you Fed now can't use Ripple and XRP. These people literally know nothing, guys. Remember, all we need to know is Ripple is connected with all the banks. That is all we need to know, guys, right? It tells us everything because the banks control it all, right? There is a one world gov, you guys already know at this point in time, right? And then there's people higher than above that control the banking system, whatnot, guys, right? So to me, it seems like this is all pre-planned at the end of the day, guys. This isn't financial advice, but let's prepare. Not financial advice, not financial advice, and not financial advice, and not financial advice. Beware, and prepare. But anyways, that's all, guys. Amazing it is. See ya.